You're going to come up to the patio and say hello. Good afternoon, and welcome to my channel here on YouTube. I am Keisha. My channel is Loving Guiding Light. I bring you messages from the divine, God, universe, ancestors, with the use of divination tools, tarot, runes, charms, etc. I did upload a video, not yesterday, the day before. However, who knew that it took so long for videos to upload to YouTube? I mean, Lord Jesus, it's almost like a 8-hour shift just for a video to upload, and I didn't know that. I mean, I don't upload enough to know that that happens. I found that out that day, and I was just like, wow. I recorded first thing in the morning, and then started uploading and so forth, and I don't think it posted until later on that evening. Anyway, it does not matter. Anytime you are feeling compelled to go to a channel, whether it's mine or another reader's, or you're watching something and it shows up in your timeline and you feel led or compelled to click on that video, is because you were brought to that video, because there's a message there for you, and it doesn't matter when it was recorded or when it was done. There's a message for you at that very moment of whenever you click on the video. So it's really timeless. The message is always going to be there. So no worries of what time length it takes for a video to post. Anywho, I am really trying to get familiar with the whole YouTube thing. Haven't been doing this that long. I actually, maybe a couple of years. I started back a few years ago, just because I was having a lot of things transpiring, and I was recording my encounters with the animals and the birds and all of that. So I started with recording those occurrences along with the messages in which I started to get through those aligning on my path. And so you can always go back and look at those videos. I am an air sign. I have a lot of encounters with birds, more so than anything, birds and insects and butterflies, and I mean pretty much a lot of different things. I am a painter as well. I love to paint, so a lot of my inspiration for my paintings come from outside, which are insects and birds and so forth. And one day I'll walk through and do a little short of some of my paintings or whatnot. But yeah, so I woke up this morning, and it's been the last couple of mornings, yesterday and today, and I've had mourning dove outside my window, pretty much singing. And I don't know if you've ever heard the mourning dove, but it's a very kind of, sad tone that it has. But yeah, I woke up to that this morning and yesterday morning. I've been getting that here for the last couple of days. And let's see, I was going to read to you all what the mourning dove messages is. This is as you can see, it is so beat up. Animal Speaks. This is a great book for you if you do have encounters with animals. It covers some four-legged animals, mostly birds and insects, reptiles, something like, all those. But yeah, it covers a lot. But a lot of the messages that you get, it'll come from just studying and observing the animal or the bird. And the more that you observe them, the more you'll be able to understand and what the messages are that they are bringing to you. Anywho, the mourning dove is related to the feminine energy. Um, it is, let me get to it. Dove, 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 dove. Also related to pigeons. A lot of people think that, they are separate. No, a lot of times they are referred as both. They are in the family of pigeons. So um, if you are seeing like rock doves, mourning doves, I've had encounters with white doves and so forth here in Georgia. Pigeons as well. The regular pigeons that you see regularly. Um, those are all related. So the dove says feminine energies of peace, maternity, and prophecy. The cycle of power is dawn and dusk. So, like I said, it was wee hours in the morning. This has been happening. The birds have been out, the morning dove has been outside of my window singing. It's kind of a sorrowful song that it sings. Well, just the tone, you know what I'm saying? But it's also a very powerful um, tone as well. So it's so distinct. You definitely would know that it's a mourning dove because it's a song that no other bird mimics. Okay, so it says the dove has a tremendous wealth of lore and legend surrounding it. Most of it centers around all the traditional feminine and mother symbols. In the Greek tradition, Aphrodite was born from an egg brought it by a dove. The oracle of Dodona, which Alexander thought was founded by a dove. To the Slavs, the soul would become a dove at death. To the alchemists, it was a symbol of sublimation. To the Christian, it is a symbol of peace, which, while to early pagans, it was the symbol for the yoni or the female sexual organ. Sexual organs. It has been associated with the feminine sexuality through such goddesses as Astarte and Isis. Because of its association with many goddesses, it was considered the embodiment of the maternal instinct. The name dove has been given to the oracle and to the prophets. The prophet sent to Nineveh as God's messenger was called Jonah, or the dove. To the Pueblo Indians, it was also honored. Its feathers were often worn and used in prayer sticks. The mournful song of the dove was considered an invocation to water and an indication to men where the water could be found. Again, we have the ancient symbol for the maternal and the connection to water. A song would signify water holes or springs to which the dove must return at dusk to drink. The song of the dove speaks to all who hear it. Its mournful tone stirs the emotions, the eternal waters. During the summer, so we're going to skip that. They're just talking about their experiences during the summer of listening to the mourning dove. Anyway, the dove also stirs up a sense of promise. The dove is actually a smaller copy of the now extinct passenger pigeon. Like I told you, they are of the same family. A study of its qualities will help you to understand the significance of the dove in your own life. The dove is also a ground feeder, reflective of keeping contact with Mother Earth and the creative possibilities of the feminine energies on Earth. Its diet is mostly seeds, but it will eat stones that accumulate in the gizzard to help with the digestion. Those with the dove, as I told them, will find it beneficial that they eat bulk to aid their own digestive and creative processes. The brood of the dove consists of two eggs. Two is traditionally the number for the feminine and the creative energy. A study of the numerology as applied to the dove will add even more insight for you. The dove song is the most distinctive characteristics. The voice of the dove is the rain song. Out of its mourning, it invokes new waters of life. A song should remind us that no matter what our life conditions, new waters and new life are still possible. The earth is a female planet, and it should remind us that creation and new birth is available to all of us upon it. The mourning dove helps us to remember that. Although a song is heard throughout the day, it seems more distinct at dawn and dusk. These are the between times, a time in which there is a thinning of the veils between the physical and the spiritual, the past and the future. The dove can help you to use these times to see the creation process active within your own life. The song of this bird tells you to mourn what has passed, but awaken to the promise of the future. It is the bird's prophecy and can help you to see what you can give birth to in your life. So, God is saying that, if you're on this journey, a lot of us are on this journey out of perhaps endings of relationships, significant relationships, perhaps on the twin flame journey or whatnot. And, no one is obligated to reconcile, you know what I'm saying? Even if you are a twin flame and, so many people say that, ultimately they always do come back together. In my belief, I find it hard to believe that that is the case, because I feel like it depends on the individuals, right? Like, if you're on this journey and your significant other who you are no longer with and you're separated and you are considered a twin flame couple, and you're doing all the inner work, you're doing all the leg work and trying to evolve and become your most authentic self, but your other half isn't doing any of the work, then, you do not sit around and wait or whatnot for this person to get his act together or any of that. Don't put your life on hold. None of that kind of nonsense. You know what I'm saying? That is not how you evolve. You work on yourself and you continue to move forward, and you wait for no one. You wait for no one. We're all here to learn lessons. We're all here to evolve into our authentic beings, and we're all here to make a contribution to the collective. So you need to stay focused upon yourself and do what it is that's necessary for you. And as far as your other half, then you continue to pray for them, of course. And again, like I said, everyone is not going to consciously choose this journey, okay? Because let me tell you something. This awakened journey, this journey here, being awakened out of the illusion of this life that we've lived for many years, and to come upon this awakened journey, it is no joke, and it is not for the meek at heart. many people, could easily want to throw in the towel, because it is a lot of work to evolve and to grow, because you are really checking yourself. You are sitting with yourself, and you are taking accountability for your behaviors, your actions, and how your life has turned out. And you are taking things and you are turning things, the things from negative that has transpired in your life. Because a lot of people that are on this awakening journey have had a lot of traumatic things happen to them throughout their lifetime. It's not just, a broken relationship. It can be you were born into a broken family. You might have been violated. Lots and lots of different things transpire. Like, you know, it's not just one thing, it's just a lot of things. And yeah, those things accumulated, I think, puts one on the path of being awakened, because you are, trying to figure out your purpose and so forth of why you are here on this earth, and then you start to seek that information. And the first part of the awakening journey is so tough, because you go through this awareness that you've been lied to pretty much about everything. it's pretty damning, to say the least. And you know then you go through this death, like it's called the dark night of the soul. And if you're not familiar with the term, depending on how far along you are on your awakening journey, you may want to look into that. If you're dealing with any type of depression, and just feeling completely lost after getting on this journey and not knowing what's going on, if you're losing your mind or whatever, I would suggest that you look up the dark night of the soul. This will help you to understand what you may be dealing with, so you're able to go through this process. Okay, it's not easy, but you can do it. I feel like anyone that's on this journey, you were chosen to be on this journey, and God never gives us anything that we can't not handle. Okay, so He will see you through to the end. Anywho, the morning dove is saying that no matter what or how things appear or look or not, there is still room for new beginnings, new growth, and so forth. And there's a lot of things that you could acquire as far as wisdom and knowledge if you utilize the dusk and dawn time, which is generally around 5, between the hours of 4 and 6 or something like that. That's dusk and dawn, because this is when the veil is very thin, and you can perhaps start to get more and more downloads that would come through, things that would be coming to you because of the veil being so thin. So maybe setting a schedule and preparing yourself for to start getting up earlier, so that you can communicate and do some prayer and whatnot with God, and see if those channel messages are messages that can help you along this journey. What else? Like I said, this bird is part of the pigeon family, so you may even want to look up pigeons. I do have the description for the pigeon in this book. However, it is, let me see. It talks about just, coming back into yourself, because on this journey, you're learning so much, right? You're learning so much. And so you've learned that a great deal of everything you've learned through your lifetime or through school or whatnot has been, given to you. A lot of it has been part of what I call indoctrinating. Indoctrinating you, me, and pretty much the masses in believing in an illusion. And then the last several years, since the COVID has hit, a lot of us ended up on this awakened journey because, we were pretty much confined to our homes. And then being confined, you start to do reading and studying, especially if you have a relationship with God, like myself. I do a lot of quiet time or whatever. And during my quiet time, it was though things were coming to me, to start looking into different things. And like I said, I was having occurrences with animals and birds and synchronized numbers and all these different things that I know was not coincidental because I don't believe in coincidences. So I started, reading up and digging out books and buying books and going really into discovering what messages were coming to me. And so it's just, you know, the path will take you, and it blows open your mind. And sometimes it can even be overwhelming. You start to think, oh, I'm losing it. You don't really want to talk about it to other people because you think like, they're going to think you're crazy and do it because they may not having these same experiences. We all awaken at different times. So you go down that rabbit hole and you discover a lot of what you've learned has been fabricated, lies, whatever, and you just start to really learn a lot of things, right? And so you just feel like you don't even recognize yourself anymore, okay? Because you're like, oh my God, what the world is going on? Because I mean, I believe this. I believe that, God is outside of me. This is how we've been taught and, whatnot. And then you discover that no, God is within you. We are all a part of God. He created us. So, not outside of us. And in order to communicate with Him, you have to pretty much go within, quiet your mind, meditate, and this will open up your abilities to be able to have communication with the Creator, and there's many ways that He communicates with us. It could be through, speaking to someone else, a message. Someone might call you out of the blue and tell you something, you've been thinking about it or whatever, and they call and they have a message that's exactly about what you've been thinking about, which you always like, oh wow, that's God's confirmation, right? That's the first thing you think. Or through music, or through numbers, or through animals as well. So again, this is just to help you to understand that you are okay, and you will be okay. And if you are further along on your journey, as myself, now it's going to start feeling like you are going to be returning to that feeling of knowing thyself and being more, comfortable or wherever. So it says to return to the love and the security of home. So you don't feel so all over the place. You're going to be coming back into yourself, basically, and whatnot. Also, it says we are going to look up numerology because the dove is related to the number 2 in the numerology. And I also have this wonderful little book. It's another good tool for you if you need to understand what messages numbers carry. Okay. And so the number 2 says, have faith and courage and know that your prayers are manifesting, even if they are not visible yet. So if you are working towards something and you don't quite see it manifesting as quickly as you would like, or you don't believe it's manifesting at all, just know that anything that you are doing out of a contribution to the collective, and you know that you are doing it because you were called to do this, every seed you sow, you will reap the harvest. Okay, nothing happens overnight. If you talk to people that are wealthy millionaires or whatnot, they could tell you a great deal of stories and how many times perhaps they failed, or they believe they failed, or whatever, and they had to pick themselves back up by the belt buckle and continue on. It didn't happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. It's all gradually. Just like when God is bringing truth to the people, the masses, myself included. He didn't bring it all to me in one big swoop, you know. No, because he knew that would be very detriment to me and my soul, you know, because it would be too much, too overwhelming, and possibly could cause a nervous breakdown or whatnot. To unveil so many lies, so many things that's transpiring around the world that we had no um, knowledge of, okay? And then you see all these things unveiling themselves on a daily basis, okay? And you're just like, wow, it's shocking. Imagine if it all started coming to you at once and all these different things. You would literally lose your mind. So no, God doesn't give it to us all at one time. He gives it to us in increments, enough for us to, you know, sit with it and make sense of it, you know. And in order for anything to be healed or addressed, it has to be brought to the surface, you know. So in everything there is a purpose, okay? In every acquaintance and every encounter and people that are aligned to your life, there is a purpose for that individual. You know, they say we are each other's teachers and we mirror one another. So a person can be specifically challenging in your life because God is using them as a catalyst to awaken you. So look at everything as being part of your needing it to help you evolve to be who it is that God has called you to be, okay? For you to be able to walk into your destiny, to live up to what it is that He has for you. You know, we are all destined and have a purpose on this earth, okay? There's no coincidences. We are not here by chance, you know. We actually volunteered to come during this very challenging time. And some of us are starting to awaken to understanding this and accepting this. Again, like I said, the journey is not easy, but you are able. You know, you are a warrior. And God never gives us more than we can bear. And He always makes a way for our escape. I may do one, maybe today, when I get back in. I may do a couple card pulls just to see what's going on in the energy. I know that we just had the eclipse, which there's a lot of stuff I'm hearing about this here eclipse. I didn't go outside to see it. I'm in Georgia. It wasn't a total eclipse for me anyway, but I was watching videos online where people were showing the eclipse, and oddly enough, while the moon was blocking out the sun, the guy goes over to the left with his phone and you see another moon in the sky. So I'm trying to understand, how is that possible? I don't know. You know, some of the people I watch here on YouTube are saying that, they have come up with a way to be able to now, like, do the eclipse, like to block out the sun. Me, I don't know. I mean, our government has a lot of things that they have the ability of doing, like interfering with the weather and all of that kind of stuff. So is this something new that they've come up with? I don't know. I'm still intrigued to find out. So I'm going to be following up with that. But yeah, I may do a couple card pull later on this evening, if not first thing in the morning. But I feel like the morning dove aligning outside my window these past 2 days after this eclipse is just talking about the feminine energy on the earth, because that's one of the things that's transpiring right now. All of the feminine energy is starting to arise, okay? We are going to be eventually going and taking our throne, okay? And this is part of our journey to that, okay? We're going to be stepping into our power, okay? And with the eclipse and all of these things, with the age of Aquarius and whatnot, that is what's happening, you know. The feminine energy is going to become equal to the masculine. You know, this world has been ran for hundreds and hundreds of years by the masculine energy, which is, you know, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny, but which is probably why the world is so crazy and chaos as it is, because, you know, they're like one track minded, you know. They, not that I have anything against men, because I don't. I love men. They are my counterpart, and of course, you know, I do love them. But, you know, women, you know, we are strong, we're empathetic, we're courageous, we're brave, and we have the ability to, what do you call it, multitask, okay? We're loving, and we have instincts, okay? So we are just, you know, beautiful beings, you know. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a woman. I'm just saying that women are phenomenal, okay? We are. What can I say? I mean, it's just the truth, you know. If you ever really just sit with yourself and you contemplate all the things you've gone through in your life, you'd be like, wow, 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 you know. And I'd be like, thank you, God that I got through this. Thank you, God, you know, that you kept me, that these things did not break me, that I don't look like what I've been through, okay? Thank you, God. I praise you for keeping me. Anywho, you know what I mean, sis. And fellas, I don't have no hate for you. If you're here watching this channel, you feel compelled to watch me and listen to me, there's something here for you as well. And my saying that about, you know, you guys or not being somewhat one-track minded, it's not an insult. It's just, you know, it's somewhat true. I mean, I don't know, you know, what else to say. It's not that I'm being, you know, insultive. And I pray that you don't take it that way. But anyway, I pray that this message brings you some encouragement, some enlightenment, and will empower you on this journey. And if you feel led to do so, please like the video, share the video, and subscribe. And if you would like to connect, like I said, I'm looking for my soul tribe. I don't know if you are looking for yours as well, but if you are, let's connect. You know, you can look on my community page. I do believe my email is there, and maybe we could, you know, communicate via email or whatnot. If you're in the Georgia area or whatnot, I am a very active person. I love to get out. I love to be out in nature. I do a lot of walking. I go to a lot of different lakes and parks and all of that. So if you're in the area, you like to connect, hey, who's to say, you know? I'm looking for my soul tribe. I'm looking to connect with others that's on this journey as well. So again, if you want to connect, just hit me up. Anyway, I thank you all for visiting and listening to the end. And again, if you feel led to do so, please like, share, and subscribe. Toodles, until next time. Bye. So this is some of my artwork. I get a lot of my inspirations from outside, like I said, in nature. That's glass and foiling, crystals. It says, know your worth. That's one of my paintings. What I believe, the universe, God, creator, and how I envision my phoenix rising. My beautiful butterfly lady. Her bodice is beaded, and that is flaked snow, iridescent snow. And then this is the ducky that's always at the lake I visit, watching the sun. And autumn, that's autumn. And the beautiful red cardinal that visits me every summer. Has real wood for the tree. And that's me right there sailing away in the sunset. And that's the heron I see often at the lake I visit. It has real rocks. 1111, forever conscious. And then this is the sun setting when I leave the lake out in Covington, Georgia. This is how I visioned it when it's of a picture I took. Again, 1111, forever conscious, the blue heron, me sailing away, my beautiful, beautiful peacock. And this is paradise. This is Puerto Rico. My sister sent me a picture of Puerto Rico and I painted it for her. And this is the hummingbird that I feed. It visits me every summer. And then just a woman I painted off of a picture off of Facebook. And I just blinged out her bodice and her neckline. And this is some of my artwork. And then we have that and this Archangel Michael there. Yeah, and this is my studio. So this is what I love to do. And I have this huge canvas here that I'm about to do something on. So, anywho, this is me.
This is little Houston. Houston. That's my poom poom. That's my poom poom. He wants some attention.
Anyway, this is me, and this is what I like to do. I love to paint, and yeah, I just wanted to share with you all some of what I do. Toodles.